So before taking on Merga, I thought it would be a good idea to show off these data entries. I've collected them all as Carol, because again, Carol is the character I beat this game with multiple times. But these will actually lead into the true ending of the game. As I mentioned, you need these data entries in order to even trigger the true ending. So let's take a look at them, shall we? Let's start with the one we received when we played the first game.
This is our final message. A message that we leave for the future. Although we will respect the wishes of your people and allow our influence to pass into legend, there will come a time in your history when you must learn the truth. When we were stranded here, we sought desperately to return to our world. We wasted countless years trying to find a way home, but we are no closer to an answer than when we started. We decided that helping your civilization survive and prosper was a more efficient use of our technology. We have condensed our energy reserves into a physical relic of extraordinary power. With proper care, you may one day use it to travel to the stars, to find the answers that we alone could never find. If you wish to know more, you'll have to access our internal database. I pray that it is still intact by the time you receive this message. May the winds of time carry you for eternity.
A lot more information seems to be a light from that one message alone. Anyways, next one is Avalis Day.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, Avalis Day. After many years, the restoration of Bakunawa is almost complete. Just in time for the anniversary of our landing on this planet. Avalis Day. Thinking about how far we've come makes me so proud to be an Earth Dragon. When we first crash-landed here, the natives didn't even have a name for this planet, much less the tools and technology to properly explore and utilize its resources. Now look at us. We have proper cities alight with modern conveniences, medicines and technological advancements for all. We've even put those ocean dwellers to work on Bakunawa, lifting them out of their primitive tribal ways. Avalis Day will be a grand celebration. End entry.
Huh. Cordelia was completely in the dark.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, Bakunawa Rising. Bakunawa is now undergoing a full evaluation of the ship's systems. We are weeks away from having a fully functional spacecraft again. This is so exciting. However, I'm sad to report that not everyone shares in that excitement. There have been rumblings of dissatisfaction from the laborers working on Bakunawa's restoration, complaining about long hours and dangerous conditions. I think it's just a bunch of backtalk from some people who've had it too good for too long. My maid Perlis agrees, and she's one of them. Fortunately, she's one of the good ones. Spirits know some of these ocean dwellers need to learn their place. End entry.
Oh, if that's not the entry of a spoiled rich kid, I don't know what is.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, Bakunawa abandoned. Something went wrong. We think it was an accident. I really don't know what to believe right now. The Bakunawa restoration project has been shut down. The ocean dwellers are angry. All of them. Perlis is gone. And so have all our other ocean dweller servants. When I asked Father where they went, he insisted that they'd taken time off to celebrate some kind of holiday. He wouldn't look at me when he told me that. When I asked about what happened with Bakunawa, he told me to mind my own business, still refusing to look at me. I think we've done something truly terrible today. End entry.
Her suspicion of the truth. The Ocean Dweller rumors.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, Ocean Dweller rumors. There's There's been talk of some kind of new threat arising from the ocean dwellers. A champion of immeasurable power, biologically engineered for war. I don't know how substantial these rumors are, but given their current level of righteous descent, I wouldn't dismiss their ability to craft such a beast. Father is convinced that we've run out of options for dealing with these savages. If that's the case, then there isn't much time left. I have to act without his permission. I will leave the capital and head for Perusa to negotiate some kind of peace with the ocean dwellers. Surely they'll listen to reason. We're all living on this planet together after all. End entry.
I believe that was the entry we actually picked up in Perusa. And next is Trapped.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, trapped. My ocean dweller hosts have decided that, as the Magister's daughter, I would be more useful to them as a hostage. Marvelous. The nature of my imprisonment was discussed in a meeting between the ocean dwellers' elders and I, by which I mean I was present while a bunch of old men talked about me as if I wasn't there. It was several minutes before I realized what I'd assumed was a statue was actually another living being. But I knew who it had to be. The ocean dweller's champion. She was tall, dark, imposing, and she was staring directly at me the entire time. It was unsettling. Oh, Cordelia, what have you gotten yourself into? End entry.
So the first time she met Merga, and apparently the water dragons decided to keep Cordelia as a hostage to get the upper hand.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, her name is Merga. Well, I know the champion's name, Merga. She told me, after telling me that if I was planning any Earth Dragon shenanigans, she'd take my head clean off. Apparently, the champion had the impression that my people were all schemers and liars. She based this on a sampling of everyone she had ever killed. Charming. Champion or not, I was not about to be intimidated. So I told her that if my people were as she generalized, then hers must be equally psychologically homogenous, meaning they were all as stupid as her. That earned me a glare before she stormed off. I win. Such a child. End entry.
Cordelia's got some attitude. Huh.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, attack of the Showpow hog. I decided to take a wander to the markets for some fresh Showpow for my favorite stall. And who should be there ahead of me? The champion, of course. Apparently, my favorite stall was hers too. And of course, she had to have it all. She needs all the energy she can get. Oh, but she can spare just one Showpow. So she picks one out of her bag and lays it on top of my head. Then, with the biggest smirk on her face, she stalked off, and the market crowd parted for her in a frightened scurry. Ugh, that woman! End entry.
Seems they're letting Cordelia roam around Perusa freely. She even changed her outfit there.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, no place for a hero. There was an attack by Earth Dragon forces on the beach today. The champion swooped in and simply destroyed the troops. It was ruthlessly efficient. Unfortunately, an ocean dweller child had been caught in the middle of the battle, and his cries summoned nearby adults, and they just stared. They saw the child in pain but refused to come any closer. The champion tried to comfort the child, but that only seemed to make his crying worse. Eventually, she left, and the adults rushed in. As the champion turned away, I could see the expressions of relief wash over their faces, and one of hurt flash over hers. End entry.
So not even the water dragons would go near Merga. They were that terrified of her, treating her like a monster.
entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, revenge of the Shopao. The champion was injured today, so despite her appearance, she isn't invincible after all. I stopped by the medical center as she was healing up. She was surprised to see me, and I said the feeling was mutual. Then I offered her a Shopao. One Shopao. Out of a basket filled with Shopao that I was lugging around for emphasis. I have never seen a flatter stare. She took it anyway and mumbled something that sounded halfway between a thanks and a curse. I was happy to reciprocate with my own charming banter, and she could do nothing but glare at me from her bed. It was a fun afternoon. End entry.
Oh, I see where this is going.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, flowers for Merga. Unexpectedly, the champion has an interest in flowers. I was wearing a small white flower with a delightful scent in my hair, when Merga identified it as a Sampagita. It turns out that amongst the many things Merga was taught, horticulture had somehow been snuck in there as well. When I asked if she knew the name of more than one flower, she took immediate offense and dragged me to the nearest garden. She then started listing the names of the flowers there and their uses. I didn't have the heart to interrupt her. I've never seen her as happy as she was today. I like seeing her happy. End entry.
So we learned a bit about Merga there. She loves working with flowers.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, or fight. I tried broaching the subject of peace to Merga again tonight. She wasn't happy to talk about it and tried to distract me. I pointed out that if she and I could get along, why couldn't our people as well? She said it wasn't possible, that I was one of the good ones. I stormed out. I was rather furious at that point, mostly at myself. Well, now I know what being on this side of that comparison feels like. Stupid Cordelia. Merga found me later with some freshly picked moonflowers in hand and an apology. She knew exactly what to do and say. Got me wrapped around her fingers. End entry.
Seems their relationship ended up blossoming.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, a war of attrition. Merga got hurt again. She tried to hide it from me, act as if it were a scratch. But I can tell from the way she carries herself that moving about was more difficult than usual. I suggested relaxing on the beach and watching the sunset, and she agreed immediately. She knows I know. I can see she's tired. This war has taken its toll on all of us, but most especially on Merga. She can't keep going like this. I have to convince our leaders that this isn't the only way. End entry.
We're almost there. In pursuit of peace.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, in pursuit of peace. I've done it! I've convinced the elders of the Water Dragon Council to meet with the Magister in Shangtu, my old home. I think both sides expect some kind of duplicity, but I'm not worried. Merga will be with us to provide protection. If anything were to happen to us, she would cut through the country's troops like a hot knife through butter. And I think everyone is well aware of that. I have to go now. The caravan is leaving. Whatever happens next, I hope to free Merga of her role as the Ocean Dwellers champion. It won't be an easy road, but nothing worth doing is. End entry.
And we already know how that ended off. Lord Brevin.
3 years have passed since the invasion that almost destroyed our world of Avalis. Brevin, the intergalactic warlord, had planned to steal the Kingdom Stone, source of energy for all our world's technology. With the help of Lilac, the Water Dragon warrior, and her friends, we drove back our alien attackers. But the scars of war remain. The Kingdom Stone has been shattered, its fragments scattered into the very air around us. remnants of the alien attack force haunt us still, striking us at our most vulnerable, leaving us in a perpetual state of turmoil. The world of Avalis needs hope, but more than that, it needs heroes.
Interesting. I had completely forgotten the Magister had made an entry in here. But there we have it. That's all 15 entries. And with that, we can tackle Merga proper.
Merga! You should have run.
Let there be no more death today, Merga. This planet should not have to suffer for the sins of my people.
Hollow words from a boy who grew up in a palace built on those sins.
I know that the Earth Dragons, my people, had enslaved your own. I know of the accidental test fire of Bakunawa's mining laser, killing thousands of water dragons in the blink of an eye. All these events and more were excised from history by Earth Dragon hands. I apologize for my complicity through ignorance.
You think that a mere apology can erase our suffering?
No. And that is why I intend to bring this secret history to light. Tell the world what really happened, and venerate the Water Dragon's struggle against my people's tyranny. Everyone will know what the Earth Dragons have done. Please, let this world live.
To be remembered as slaves who rebelled against their masters and lost? Or the monsters that killed the world? What choice do I really have as the one final breath of the Water Dragons?
Wait! You don't have to...
Merga, no! Stop this! We are the last to suffer under the yoke of the Earth Dragons. This ends here.
Okay.
Your suffering will be a masterpiece.
That's what you
Blue
think.
Moon!
Man, she's being ruthless right now. She's guarding well, too.
Cyclone!
Okay, that's a phase. Dang it, I didn't even see that one coming. Okay, this phase is actually going surprisingly well. Okay, she's gonna do this. Okay, that... There, that phase is done. Ow. Next.
Blood Moon!
Cyclops!
Not gonna let that hinder me. Watch for it. Hit her as hard and fast as possible. She's actually going through this phase quite quickly. There. Next phase. Water, fire,
Super Moon!
steel.
Everything will end!
And now she's onto this phase. Ow! At least it's chip damage. Okay. Speaking of the chip damage. There. Next phase. Water, fire, steel.
Eclipse.
Oh. What would be Eclipse? Okay. I'm getting the hang of this. Okay. Oh, I'm always afraid of that one. Ah, come on. Oh my goodness. Timing the guards on those is always stressful. There. Okay. I'm assuming that's Earth,
Lilith.
because this is life. Oh my goodness, really? I didn't guard fast enough. There, okay.
Not yet. It's not over yet.
Now. Man. Okay, next phase. Dang it, I always forget about that. Okay, yeah.
Gotta keep moving.
Come on.
One more time.
No, I'm not gonna make it. Damn it! So close! I'm at least glad that's the next area. Okay. Return to checkpoint. Okay, let's see how this goes again. Dang it. I just need to be able to land the hits. I hit the guard button, but too late. Damn, time I'm just getting my butt kicked! Dang it, I keep forgetting that's there.
Gotta keep moving. Cyclone!
Come on! No! I've got one life left and she's got one hit! Yes!
I wanted to believe! I wanted to see you for what water dragons were meant to be! But our past, our history, they're nothing but chains, and we are choking on them! We might be the last of our kind, but that's not all that defines us. We are the people we help, the friends we make, the love we share, and the world we leave behind. That's who we are, who we can be, only if we decide. No! The Earth Dragons must suffer! The Water Dragons will have justice! I will have my revenge!
Parameters met. Initiating playback.
Hello again, love. I pray that you'll hear these words somehow, because I know that this isn't all we'd hoped for, and I'm so sorry. What a worry. I wish I could be there with you right now. We had but I hope that no matter what happens, you'll find your own happiness.
There has to be more. There has to be something else. Play it again! Bring her back! Bring her back! Please. Please, I just want to see her one more time. Please.
Merga, all of this? Is this what she would have wanted for you? Syntax! I thought we blasted her off the ship along with Serpentine.
Black version 2 initiated. Termination protocols initiated. Moon harvesting to commence as scheduled.
Something's coming this way! How many times are we gonna have to save the moon before it stays saved? Keep up your spirits, Wildcat. Let us put a stop to this.
Go. I won't resist. I have much to think about.
This is the true ending, and it's only obtained by collecting all of the memory crystals. And I'm going to save that for next time because I need a break. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Freedom Planet 2. This is Autumn Child saying I'll see you all next time.